This week, we're back at the Motorhome and Caravan Show 2024 in Birmingham, and we're looking at new products and new tech. And we get to meet some of the faces behind the brands you might be familiar with. Let's go. Back in February 2024 here at the NEC show, we spoke with Carlo from Solbio, and I'm joined today by John from Solbio. How are you?
Very good, thanks, Matt. Nice to be here.
It's great to see you. Now, Carlo was telling us about some new products that you were launching here in the UK, coming to us from Belgium, and they have arrived with us this week. Now, just tell us in general about the three new products that you've launched.
Right, so we've got three products here. We have a water tank cleaner, we have a kitchen and bathroom spray, and we also have a black streak remover.
So just show us the water tank cleaner. Just hold it up so viewers can see. So it's quite a big bottle. How much is in there?
So this is basically a one use. So this will go in whatever size tank you have, even if you've got a 120 litre tank or bigger. One shot in and fill up with water. Instructions are on the bottle, but single use.
So the big thing with all the three products is they clean and sanitise. So we've got the fresh tank cleaner. What else have we got?
So we've got two other products here. So this is the kitchen and bathroom spray, and this is the black streak remover. Now, a common thing with all three of these products is that they're not just there to sanitise, they're there to actually clean. So the kitchen and bathroom spray isn't just getting rid of the bugs on the surface of your kitchen and bathroom, it's actually cleaning it, but cleaning it in a way that's natural, all natural products, just like all Solbio things are. But it's pretty strong, and it's quite nice smelling as well. So it smells of rose water.
We've been testing the surface cleaner at home, and I can vouch that it works really, really well. Now, we've actually got all of the UK stock pretty much, haven't we, at that leisure shop?
You have. You've got more stock than I have, Matt. So
if you want to get yours, head to thatleisureShop.com, where you can view all of the Solbio products, and you can find out more about Solbio itself at mhmp.info/Solbio, and I'm delighted that they are a Motorhome Matt approved brand. John, thank you for joining us. Have a great rest of the show.
Thanks, Matt. Good to see you.
Now, I love the techie nerdy stuff, and it's great to see that Alco have finally launched their High 4 auto levelling system, which doesn't just level the van, it weighs it when it's off the ground. Really handy. One of my favourite brands at this show, who are always innovating, is undoubtedly Avtex. Now, they are synonymous with TV, AV and entertainment devices, sat-navs and so on. And at this show, they've launched an innovative new operating system for their televisions. It's called VIDAA, spelled V-I-D-A-A. So they've done away with their WebOS system. And I asked them why. Why have you changed it? Well, it's giving them much better control of the operating system. The TVs operate much more smoothly at a more advanced level. And they change channel much more quickly. And the big thing is you can control the television from your smartphone. And as well as audio-visual, Avtex of course specialise in internet connectivity. So if you're after a fixed aerial for your van, the AMR 994X is their 4G launch last year, available in white, grey or black. And then coming along here, we've got the new product for this year, the AMR 104X, also available in white, grey or black. You fix the hour to the roof, and the AMR 105X, which is the 5G. Now, what's new about this is it's quad band, so it's 4 aerials inside the roof-mounted aerial, and the router tells you how much data you're using. That key question none of us have a clue about. Well, now you know. One thing I hear from a lot of people is how important it is to get insurance that matches their exact needs, and this is where Ripe really stand out. They let you tailor your cover, and they make the whole process really simple.
Yeah, when you get your quote, I remember you saying their customer service team is really helpful, even if you need to alter that quote further down the line.
Exactly, and if you're planning a trip to Europe, they will supply you with 90-day cover or 180 days in a year, and it's really easy to upgrade that cover to fully comprehensive if you want to.
Yeah, that flexibility makes a big difference, doesn't it? Especially if you're planning a long trip.
Absolutely. So if you're thinking about insurance, just click the link in the episode description and save 15%, or give them a call and say Motorhome Matt to get your discount. Now, I've got a very busy man here on the stand with me, which I'm delighted to see again. It's Ryan from Ford. Ryan, you're the man that's responsible for bringing Ford chassis into our industry across Europe.
Yep.
If I order one here today, when am I going to get it?
You can have availability almost immediately. So it's fair to say that in the past, Ford have had some issues with supply, and of course the whole industry suffered with chip shortages and component shortages, but those are problems of the past. So if you order a new Ford-based motorhome or camper van, you can get one straight away. No problems.
So there's no issue with Ford supply at all anymore?
Absolutely correct.
I love it. Brilliant.
And never again, hopefully.
And never again, hopefully.
Never again,
well,
yes.
let's hope not.
Fingers crossed.
It's been a headache, hasn't it?
Absolutely. It's been frustrating for us, frustrating for the industry and also the customers. But yes, we're over that, and I think it's fair to say we're all stronger for it as well. So absolutely, future's very bright indeed.
And a bit greyer, I'm sure. Although you're looking pretty healthy, mate, I have to say.
No, I think it's fair to say the last year has added a few grey hairs, but no more, please. No more.
Go on then, very quickly. Who are the new brands adopting Ford here at the show?
Yeah, so we've got a great example here today with Adria. So Sun Living, they've got some fantastic new models based on the big Transit, so go and take a look at those. And I can also say we've got a new model on the van basis for Transit, and that's with Wildax, with the Meteor.
With the Meteor, yeah, very good. And who's next? What's your hot off the press news for us? And give us an exclusive.
Well, it's fair to say we're always looking for new opportunities and to grow the business with new brands. But we'll see. I can't give away too much, but keep your eyes peeled. There's a few brands left that don't take Ford, but we'll try and change that in the near future.
I'm sure you'll be doing your best.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mate, I know you're such a busy guy. Thanks so much for talking to me. It's great to see you again. I'm delighted to be joined by the best dressed man at the show. Although, Simon, you've got no tie on. What's going on?
No, I know, it's Dress Down Friday, so I just thought, you know what, I'd kind of loosen my top button and go for it.
This is Dress Down Friday.
It is.
Full suit, waistcoat. I love it.
Thank you.
Simon, you spent many, many years at the Camping and Caravanning Club. How many? 16, I think, was
16 years, yes, and it was a fantastic time. And I've now joined the NCC, so the industry trade body, and I've joined as their Director of Communications, and I'm really excited about some of the great stuff we've got going on, great projects to work on. And let's face it, Matt, this is a brilliant sector. There's so many great products out here, so it's just a wonderful, exciting time.
Well, Simon's been a great friend and supporter of the Motorhome Matt Podcast for years, which we really appreciate, and it's great to have contact with somebody at the NCC that we can talk to. I would love to do an episode in the future which is on the NCC. Who the heck are they? What do they do? And why should we as consumers care? Because we should. Are you up for doing something along those lines?
You know, I'd love to, Matt. I'd love to explain more because actually the guys at the NCC work really hard on behalf of the whole industry, the whole sector.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of work that we really want to just bring to the surface more so that people can see that good work, see all the lobbying work behind the scenes and what they're really up to. And also the show. The show is if you like, NCC Events is a commercial arm of the NCC.
Yeah.
So it's a brilliant way to bring people together all in one place to really celebrate and enjoy what is, you know, a fantastic, vibrant sector.
And that's because most people don't even realise that the NCC own this show. And as you say, it's a different department. It's not the one you're in. But what is your take on the show?
Well, I think it's been brilliant so far. I think there's been a lot of people coming through the door. There's some fantastic exhibitors here. I've heard that you know, sales are really going well. It's been a good, positive event. We've still got the weekend to come, of course, but it's just really, really nice to see people out here smiling, enjoying the experiences, looking around the products and having a good time.
Yeah, well, it's great to see you, and congratulations on the new role. I'm really excited for you, for what it's going to bring, and I know you're going to make a massive difference to this fantastic industry. And enjoy Dress Down Friday. 16 years ago at this show, I treaded the boards, as it were, with this young lady. This is Aoife from Caramot Homes in County Limerick, Southern Ireland. How are you doing?
Good.
It's nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
We were a lot fresher faced then, both selling death lefts.
Correct.
For many years.
Yes.
And having a bit of a chuckle, really, weren't we?
We had the crack. We had a good laugh on the
That's
stand.
how you say it in Southern Ireland. So you're here selling to the Irish customer base.
Yes.
How is the Irish market? I mean, here it's very slow. People seem to have, be taking a lot longer to make a purchasing decision. How is it for you at home?
The Irish market, I suppose has changed quite a bit since COVID. So when COVID hit, a lot of people started to be interested in this type of a holiday. The momentum probably isn't at the same level, but it's still quite good, to be fair. There's a lot more people interested than what would have been pre-COVID.
Yes.
So,
okay.
yeah.
Well, that's good. So the market's still buoyant for you then?
I'm not going to. It's good. It's good. It's not like COVID times. It's definitely slowed down quite a bit. But at the same token, we're lucky with our customer base. It's still quite.
Well, you're
good.
famous in your homeland, that's for sure. As Cara.
I wouldn't say we're famous, but we're at it a long time. We're
you are.
over 35 years. So that in itself, we've a good customer base, thank God, and they're quite loyal, which is super. And we do a lot of the repairs and all that, so it kind of keeps everything ticking over.
You stay busy. So how has this show been for you here?
Here, it's difficult. It's difficult for a few reasons, but I suppose the main thing for us is that we're solely targeting the Irish market. So that's that depends on how many Irish people fly over, who's coming to the shows, and then trying to find them. Listen out for the accents and
well, that's
try
the key.
and locate the Irish customer.
Yeah, and I always say to people, make sure you ask where the dealer is based before you place a deposit, because if you're in Cornwall. And they're talking to you, they're going a long way to get the motorhome. But if you're coming to a show in the future, there is usually a representative from Ireland here, isn't there?
Generally, yes.
Yeah.
And we're on a few stands, so we're on Detlef's and Rapido as well. Sunlight is another one of our manufacturers.
Yeah.
They're not here this year, but we're generally on that stand as well. And obviously we're here at Cartago.
Now, sometimes to find innovation, you've got to look under a rock. Well, we're not quite doing that. But in a corner of the hall, we have found Savvy Van. Now, if you're into converted vans, camper vans, you might be familiar with this company. I'm delighted to be joined by Simon. Savvy Van, Simon, is an amazing, fully customisable control system, which is compatible with BC Electronics and Sargent Electronics. So that's all the British motorhomes that we know. And it's become really popular. We've seen you at a number of shows. You've become used a lot by the kind of independent converters, and now, excitingly, some bigger brands. And here you are at the mainstream show. It's brilliant. Tell us, what does it do?
Yeah, thank you. So it's a fully customisable control panel. So it has switching circuits for your basic switching around your van, full battery management. We can talk across vendors to Folkstar, Lithium Pro, Tech Connect, and probably Roma towards the end of the year as well. There's volt sensors built in. There's we can do our own shunt, so we can't touch your battery. There's water tanks, gas tanks. There's now Propex heaters are also in there as well. We've got a levelling system, so we set the level of the van and tell you how to level your van, and tell you how many centimetres you need to adjust which wheel to get a perfect level. Everything about it is customisable, so no matter what you've got in your van, this will work with your van rather than you having to bend over to work with the panels that are on offer at the moment.
So you can actually fully program this to fit any motorhome and pretty much most of the systems on it.
Yep, that's correct.
That's incredible. Now you're here on the cart stand, and Fiona's got her fantastic little water heater, and it's fully interconnected to that as well. Is that right?
It is, that's right, yeah. And then we add lots of intelligence into everything that we do. So if you're driving to a campsite and your battery's more than 95% full, we'll start turning on the water heater. So by the time you get to camp, you've got hot water, you've got a full battery, and similarly we can do the same. So if the solar's kicking in, and again your battery is fully charged, instead of wasting that electricity that goes nowhere because you've got a full battery, we then send it into the water management system.
That's amazing. It is a very, very cool system. And what kind of cost are we looking at?
So the base unit is about around £400. There is a show offer with 10%. So for the smaller screen you've got £400, and then there's an extra £30 if you want to go for the larger screen.
It's really affordable.
It is.
And what does it cost to customise?
Absolutely nothing.
This is innovation right here. I love it. It's great, and I wish you every success with it. I know you've had a brilliant year thus far. How has the show been? Much interest?
Yeah, it's been absolutely amazing. So lots of converters coming around, lots of end users wanting something just because they can't find it on the market. This was built because there was a lack in the market of the product. I had one in my van just because I wanted something, and that's where it snowballed from there.
Well, Simon, you've hit the spot, I think. Good luck with it. I don't think you need luck, just exposure. So, yeah, check out Savvy Van if you're converting a van, or if you've got a motorhome and you just want more control over the systems in it, then make sure you talk to Simon. Well done. I want to say a massive thank you to a household name in our industry for supporting the podcast. It is, of course, Fiamma, and we're here on their stand at the show. Now, they're famous for accessories for your motorhome, campervan or caravan, with a usual display of awnings and privacy rooms. And on display yet again is my van. It's bright orange. It's not actually my van, but they're displaying the F43, which is available in two lengths, 2.7 metres and 3 metres. And this new product that was actually launched in February, but it's the first time we've seen it here in the UK. It's the Moonlight Roof Tent. This is the 2-berth, and there's a 3-berth available too. So if you need accessories for your motorhome, campervan or caravan, make sure you do a search for the brand Fiamma, and I'm sure you'll find exactly what you need. I'm here on the stand with the shortest man at the show. It's Gary Huckin from AirRide. How you doing, mate?
I'm fine. Just let me press my button and raise myself up a bit.
Go on, do it. There you go. You need some airbags on the bottom of your feet.
I do, yeah.
So your specialist area is air suspension being adapted to or fitted to a motorhome, aftermarket. Yes. And we are delighted to welcome you to Motorhome Matt Approved. So thank you for joining us on there. And we've just had it fitted to our Adria Twin. But tell me, Gary, firstly, let's talk about your product first. You said to me, look at your leaf springs, they're horizontal. And pretty much every Stellantis-based motorhome, so Fiat, Peugeot, Citroën, needs your product. Why?
Because when they come from factory, and it's not any in particular motorhome or camper van manufacturer, it's just as they are. They're designed to be a van, so they're designed to have weight put in them, and the springs take the weight, they get unloaded like a van, and the springs come back up again. With a motorhome, camper van, the weight's there all the time. Yeah. Pretty much. All right, you put your little extra bits in it, but your main weight of the van is on them springs, so they're flat. Okay, all you got is a little bump stop, which is just banging when you're going along. So we improve that.
You do. Well, it's certainly the case on our van, and you showed me my leaf spring and I couldn't believe it, and you put the smile back into it. So it's now, with the air in the bag, it's now got a nice smile, an upward curve, as it were. And you're here supporting dealers throughout the show. You haven't got a stand. No. But how's it been? Are people ordering airbags for their back ends, as it were?
They are, yes, indeed. What we're finding now is people are actually hearing about the air suspension. They're realising the issues, what's actually built into the vans from new, and they're actually asking to have our products fitted to the vans when they're actually ordering from the dealers at the show.
So does that mean you're seeing people buying motorhomes here at the show?
We are indeed, yes.
So that's got to be good news, isn't it?
It's good news for everybody, yeah.
Now, if you're thinking of getting AirRide on your motorhome, there's a discount code available. What does it cost, firstly?
Normal price, the website price that we're quite strict on, to be fair, is for we have two prices basically. We have the standard bags and we have the Comfort Plus bags. We always advise customers to go with the Comfort Plus bags because they're a bigger bag and you get more comfort with less pressure, meaning that you still get the bounce or the suspension acting. When you hit a bump, you want it to go nice and cushiony, okay, without having it so stiff and rigid when you're driving. That system is $14.95 normally. With the Motorhome Matt approved discount code, you'll get it for $12.95.
So £200 off?
Yes.
There you go, you heard it here first. So just quote Motorhome Matt when ordering your air suspension and save £200. Now, to find out more about Gary's bags, head to mhmp.info/AirRide. I've bumped into a very famous couple who recently got back to the UK from Tread the Globe. Marian and Chris, how are you doing, guys?
We are here.
We're alive. You're back in one piece. Where have you been?
Well, just around the world, nothing much.
29 countries, 66,000 miles, 4.5 years.
UK to UK.
66,000 miles.
Yes. I know the world's only
driving.
like 25,000 miles, but we went on a jolly.
Well, you only went to France, didn't you?
Well,
We did, but we just kept
and then
on
we went
driving.
to Italy, then we went to Austria and beyond.
And 4 years later, you're back.
Yeah.
Trudy made it. So this is all in a Fiat Ducato camper van.
Yeah, 2.3,
2000.
2005 model. And we decided to try something that nobody else had, and guess what? We blimmin' did it.
We just kept driving, basically.
You're like Forrest Gump.
Yeah, just keep running.
Drive, Trudy, drive.
Well, I would love to properly unpack your story. I'm sure you've got some tales, you could tell.
There's a few.
And would you come down to the studio and share some of them with us in the future?
Oh, we'd love to.
Yeah,
Thank
that'd
you
be
for
lovely.
inviting
That'd
us.
be great. It's not 66,000 miles away.
That's
No,
good.
it's not.
Otherwise, it might take a while.
Will
Yeah.
there be coffee and biscuits?
Cake as well.
Cake. Okay, we're coming.
We're coming.
I'm in. You're in.
We're in.
I promise. We'll do that. So, yeah, we'll do that in the future. But what are you making of the show?
Well, we came here about 5 years ago before we left, and it seems to have grown. There are so many people, so many stands, and we're excited to go and check everything out, aren't we?
Are you going to replace Trudy?
No, but what we are going to replace is we need a few bits because we were broken into on our last shipping event. So we've lost our chocks, we've lost some of our saucepans, we've lost some of our kits. So we're going shopping. Get your credit card out, Fisher.
Then it's going to go wrong, isn't it?
So, out of interest, what are you going to do with Trudy?
We're going to keep her. Trudy's part of the family now, so we're going to do her up a little bit, do some more trips around, maybe Europe, North Africa. But we will be looking at an alternative vehicle in the future for some more crazy trips.
I bet. Well, you two are an inspiration. You truly are.
Oh, thank you
Thank
very
you
much.
for stopping by and saying
Thank
hello.
you.
And I can't wait to welcome you down to our little corner of Somerset,
Lovely.
to the studio.
With cake.
With cake.
Woohoo!
I've been joined by a celebrity on the Motorhome Matt Podcast. This is Greg from Hertfordshire. Now, you are the man responsible for misnaming Keith. What happened?
Well, I saw you at a show and I thought I'd put a review on, and mistakenly I realised what I did after I'd done it, but I put Kevin, tried to go back and edit it, and then I couldn't edit it, and I thought, well, that's okay, that'd be the end of that, I'll never hear anymore, until I watched the show about 4 weeks later, and then you read out my handle and I thought, oh no, they're going to start talking about Kevin. So, yeah, it was my mistake, so I apologise to Keith
You don't
for
need
calling
to.
him Kevin.
Ever since then, and this week, thousands of people have come up and said, where's Kevin? Where's Chris? And it's become an absolute theme on the podcast. We absolutely love it. So, Craig, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Nice to meet you, Mark.
I'm delighted to be joined by our good friend Oakleigh from Bristol Caravans, Motorhome Matt
put my
approved, of
arm
course.
around
You can,
Maybe,
yeah.
okay.
We're on the Amplo stand. You're based
are.
here all week.
I am.
How's the show been for you?
The show's been down on footfall. The reality is it's down on footfall. The good news is it means we can have sensible conversations with people, actually discuss what their needs are, how we can help. Do they really need a levelling system? Remember that? Do they really need a habitation lithium battery? That conversation. So yeah, we're having some great conversations.
Yeah, good.
And this is a high value product to purchase. You know, £5,000. That's not a short snap decision to make. It's something that you need to talk through and find out if it's for them. Yeah.
And what about supply of this particular levelling system? We're here, as I say, on the Amplo stand. If someone orders one today, when do they get it?
So we have stock in Bristol, and we're taking orders today for fitting in 2 weeks' time.
So good supply.
Really good, really good. So
That's a bit different to what it was a few months ago.
In the past, levelling has been a challenge with product availability. Right now, it's great. The levelling manufacturers themselves have now recognised the UK as a destination that they want to support, and they're allowing supply into the UK. Yeah, so it's
of course,
good.
we've got record numbers of motorhomes on the road, and people that have got money to spend, you know, they're taking long to think about spending it perhaps, but there's opportunity there, isn't there?
Yeah, there is definitely spend in this market at the moment.
Yeah.
There is a cost of living crisis. I think that's one of the reasons I believe footfall is probably down. But that said, there are still people who wish to invest in their leisure time, and they've bought a lovely vehicle. This is one way of upgrading it.
Absolutely, yeah. We'll have a great rest of the show. And if you head to mhmp.info/Bristol Caravans, you'll find Oakleigh's listing on the Motorhome Matt approved directory as well. Good to see you, buddy.
Thank you very much.
You got humbugs. I'm going to go and nick one.
Please do.
Well, we've made it to the end of the Motorhome Caravan Show 2024. The halls are emptying, everyone's heading home, and what a week it's been. It's been, in a way, an unsurprising week. Seen lots of off-road capable looking motorhomes, some more so than others. I have to say, you must remember, of course, as we've covered in a previous episode, check with your insurer that if you're going off-road in a motorhome and camper van, that you do indeed have insurance. It's been great to see innovation, though, around the show, which is something I'm delighted to have seen, particularly around the tech, from Alco, from Savvy Van, great to see them at the show, from Avtex as well, and great to see innovation from brands like Solbio. And it's lovely to welcome brands to the show like Project Yonder for the first time at the October show, and Cactus. But a lot of reports from dealers that it's been a quieter show than normal, and that's a fair comment. But we're still looking at 10 to 15,000 people every day. We are undoubtedly an industry that is booming. It's an exciting place to be, and people are here spending money despite the rhetoric. Anyway, I'm going to head back to the stand and see if I can find Keith, and then I'm going for a little lie down.
So another year, well, nearly another year then, Matt, and another October show at the NEC. I think everybody, regards it as fairly successful.
I think so, yeah. I've not spoken to anyone who said that was rubbish. In fact, nobody. Everyone said, yeah, it's been a good week. I think most people came with caution, kind of in the wind, you know. But as I said earlier, we took a deep breath and went for it, and all the usual suspects are here. It's been brilliant meeting you, our listeners and viewers. That has been overwhelming, hasn't it?
Must say about the viewers and listeners who've come along. We had, there's a lot of people saying hi last year, but this year, really, sometimes it's been overwhelming. So thank you so much for watching, for listening. It's been absolutely fantastic. And the podcast has grown as a result. We couldn't have done it without your help. So how do people get in touch?
We'd love it if you did. If you got a question which you didn't manage to ask me this week, head to mhmp.info/Ask Matt. And if you're following on a favourite podcast app, make sure you click follow, and then it will tell you when a new episode is released. And if you're watching on YouTube, please press subscribe and the little bell, and then YouTube will tell you when we get a new episode out.